Welcome to another exciting edition to GroveCityHockey Presents
Hockey in our neck of the woods, and you, sir, were a very talked about person towards the end.
I'm a fifth-year senior, kind of. Well, it's my sixth year of college. Incredible.
Hey guys, we want to say thank you to our sponsor, Cutshield, for bringing you this episode. Make sure you check them out on the link below and use the promo code for 25% off your order. Used by all 32 NHL teams and players, Cutshield is the premier protective player clothing designed by players for players. Their innovative cut-resistant clothing has prevented serious injury to numerous players, including over 30 NHL players. Cutshield gives you the peace of mind to go out and play without worrying about injury. Use our promo code GroveCityHockey, all lowercase and no space, for an additional 25% off your order today. Welcome to GCH Podcast. I'm your host, Ben W. Stock, and with me is a very special guest all the way from Germany, representing the Czechia National Roller Hockey Team, or Inline Team, depending on how you guys want to view it. I've got Jakub Berny Bernad. How you doing, brother?
Hi, man. I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. So you're playing ice hockey in Germany right now. You just got done with the World Skate Games, where you guys took second place overall against Team USA. You guys came into the tournament as the reigning world champions. Tell us a little bit about that experience and how that was for you.
I mean, it was a great experience. Like, every time that you put the jersey of the nation team on you, like, it's something special, like playing with your friends and representing your country. It's always amazing. So, I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't finish like as we wanted. We always want the gold, but if somebody before tournament tells us that we will play final, we will be happy. But
yeah, and I was looking at the stats earlier. I left my stat sheet out in the car. You had 7 games. You had 3 goals and 4 assists, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I have no idea actually how was it this tournament, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're just out there to have fun. So
yeah.
But yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got into ice hockey or hockey in general? Were you more of a? Did you guys just predominantly start out in ice? Was there like an inline facility nearby, and you were able to get your start there? How did you get playing in this game of hockey? To be honest.
Actually, I start with ice hockey thanks to my father, because he was a bus driver and he been driving with the ice hockey team often. And one day the coach told him, "Hey, bring your kids." So that's how I started with ice hockey. I mean, like, everybody in Czech, we grow up like playing ice hockey. Even now we don't even have one rink for roller hockey. So it's something crazy. Like, all other countries have a couple of rings, and in Czech we just like put the floor on the ice hockey rinks during the summer break, when the ice is down, then we can play. So everybody from Czech, they are like grow up playing ice hockey. So it was the same for me.
Cool. And so you obviously started at a young age, correct?
Yeah, I think I was like 6 or 7, something like that.
And then when did you start playing inline hockey?
Actually, we had an amazing coach when we grew up, when we were kids. It was like far from my teammate, but he was really like into it, like passion of this sport. It was amazing. And during the summer, like during the practice, we started skate on inline hockey, somewhere on the street and something like this. And then like we saw there was the one rink like 2 hours far, he took us there, and we started to play there when we were like around 10, 11 years old. So it was like first touch with inline hockey.
Cool. And so from there, it progressed. Your ice hockey career progressed. I've seen that you've because you're 33 years old, and you've been playing for quite a while. And you've played just about not just everywhere in Europe, but you played in the Czech Republic. You played in I want to say Italy was another spot that you landed, right?
From Czech, I was first time I played abroad, it was in France in 2016-17.
Yeah.
And it was the same year like I started to play at a professional league in inline hockey. You know. First, like people told me like, hey, you have to choose what you want to play. If you want to play roller or if you want to play ice. But you know, like I never want to make like this big solution. You know, like, and so I find way how I can play both, and I'm still doing this till now. So I'm super happy that solution how I can play both.
Yeah, I think that's awesome because you're able to do something that not many Americans can do, and not many other Europeans are choosing to do. Mainly, they just tend to focus on one or the other, and I think it's really cool that you're able to do both. You're playing right now in Germany, where you have that ability to play both because you're playing professionally in Italy, right? With
it's right. Yeah, I play inline hockey. I play in Milano Conta, which are playing the Serie A in Italy. So
how do you juggle that? I mean, because you obviously got practice with one time, and then if you have games essentially within within distance, and I know Europe is kind of small as far as driving distance goes. I mean, it's probably only a couple hours from where you're at to your inline facility. But so how do you juggle that?
I mean, this is something like that people in US, they will laugh on it. And here in Europe, we say, oh, it's far. You are crazy. Why you are doing this? Like, so basically like the place where I'm playing ice hockey, it's like around 4.5, 5 hours to Milano. So like for European, it's something crazy, to take a car on Saturday morning, drive there, play and drive back because, like I'm staying full time in Germany when the ice hockey season starts. I have a job here. I'm practicing 2-3 times per week on the ice, and we have the game Friday, Sunday on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
So like this, I have Saturdays free. So twice in a month, I'm going to Milano to play some games because there is a rules that you need to make like 30% to be able to participate then in the playoffs games.
Yeah, that was something that Corey Hodge had been telling me about.
Right.
Because that was something that I had asked him. And shout out to Corey Hodge for hooking us up. What a great guy to reach out to you and ask if you'd be interested in doing a pod with me. And I appreciate that. You have no idea. I think you're probably one of the first international players from like the Czech Republic that we have had, not necessarily that we've had, but any of the other podcasts that we've seen on the YouTube or on the internet to tell us a little bit about the Czechian style. So I think it's going to be a great pod. So tell us a little bit about that because you guys are so calm and so collected when it comes to playing that puck. That there's like USA seems to be like go 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 go. You guys just have a system and you stay to that system and it flows and it works out to your guys' benefit. How do you guys manage to stay so composed when you guys are down a goal? Because it just seems like to me you guys have to be like a duck on top of water, where you guys are so focused on what it's like, but then underneath your legs are just a churning, and I'm assuming that's your brain is going, okay, how can we get this and how can we get that? But you guys tend to do it and make it look so easy that it just blows my mind.
I don't know. I think it's thanks to our past in ice hockey. Like when we grow up the ice hockey, it was like the Nagano age, the 90s, and you can see like the Czech players, they always been like more technical player than like power forwards. Like when you watch the games like Canada against Czech, like back in the years, so it's always like big difference. Like we smart players, like not really like physic games, but more technique. And I think this is like the how we play the inline hockey now, like because we grow up playing ice hockey, and this is like our nature, how to play. It's sport for us, like it's like technique sport, like so. We are enjoying playing together. We have like a group of the people there, like I don't know how much, like I will say like around 8 players, like we play together. I don't know, almost 10 years now. We are getting older, but it's still fun. And
But you guys are,
this is helping us.
Yeah, but you guys aren't there into the Masters division yet, so you still have a couple more years before you're able to jump up there and play that. So I think it's
that's the goal.
I think it's cool. Yeah, I think it's cool that you guys are able to gel. I mean, you guys, like you said, you've been playing together since you were 23. And working together as a unit. You guys all know each other inside and out. What you guys bring to the table. Everybody knows their role. It's really cool to witness that. And you have so many, because like USA, they have such a deep talent pool, and I'm not saying that the Czech doesn't, but they just are just so go 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 go. They're very loud, they're boisterous, and you just look at your bench, and you guys are just like, all right, guys, we'll get it back. No stress, no worries. We'll just take it one one shift at a time. We're gonna take out we're gonna just try to maintain puck possession and go forward, put the puck in the back of the net, and it shows, and it's incredible to watch.
I think this is like thanks to like our culture, like there is big difference between the culture in US and here in Europe, and even in like Czech. And like the way how we play the sport, it's completely different. Like when I was like first time playing the State Wars and Narch, I was like completely surprised and getting me crazy always when I am there. This is different sport, and you can see this on the World Championship when the US came with the best team. You can see how they play. They play like 100% ever puck fighting. For them, it's like battle. So they are going to war. So for us, it's like still sport, like I think we don't have this mentality, but we play like different way. Even like we don't show that emotion, but we are like keeping it inside, but it's there, without emotion, you cannot play.
I believe it. That's where the duck analogy comes into play, where you're calm on the surface, but deep down underneath, you got to be sweating some bullets at some point. But you make it look effortless and incredible to watch. I know Peter Wirt, the voice of the World Skate Games, he absolutely loves your team. His episode is going to drop. His second episode is going to drop soon, probably next week, where we talk about the Czech team and all the other teams that were there. You guys are going to go to the World Games. Have you been notified that you're going to be able to participate in that come, I think, next year, right?
Yeah, it's 2025. I think it's like middle of August. Mm-hmm. And we've been qualified thanks to this World Championship. There was some rules; they always changing, so you never know how to qualify for this evening. The biggest even like Olympic Games for us. Like 1 in 4 years, and they are changing the system of the qualification every time. Like that's something that I don't like it. But like we won our group in Roccaraso, and thanks to this, we qualified for World Games next year. So.
And that was something that I had asked Haji too. Was I go, now does the whole team qualify? Is it that particular roster, or is there going to be some changes? And he's like, at this point, I'm not 100% sure yet. And it seems like it's the same for you too.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't know like who will be able for next year, because I think like for us it's hard when they move with the dates like during like for summer when it's ice hockey season. Like we cannot take our full roster, because like I don't know, like 6, 8 great players are playing ice hockey, and the teams they will not let them play with us. So
Yeah.
they are employers, so they cannot say nothing. Like it's their job. So
Yeah.
but it's bad luck because like it's like Olympic Games and nobody cares about it. Like even like look at now, like the World Championship are in September or what was it? Why?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like start of the school holidays, like June, July, that everybody can go. I mean, like for most of the teams, it's no problem because, like, if you look France, Spain, Italy, they are full like professional inline hockey players.
Yep.
I mean, even the US, like, you can always choose like 10 teams the same quality there.
Mhm.
But us, we are a small country. We don't have that much players, so that's
Yeah, that
for
was
us. This is a little bit problem, but I think we will handle it and we will come strong.
I think so too. You guys have a very strong core. You guys have a very strong hockey community. So it's like the U.S. where you can put 10 different teams together and still produce high quality results. It may not be the results that you may be used to from time to time, based on commitment issues here and there. Because one player can make a difference, but you got, like you said, it takes, you guys have been playing together for as long as you have. You're able to have that cohesiveness where some of these other teams may not have that. Like a Chinese Taipei, they do their system based on like the Little League World Series where they're different. They have just their club, they have club championships, and then whoever wins that championship, that's your team that's going to represent the Chinese Taipei, which I think is crazy. That they don't go, okay, hey, I've got two super good players here. I've got 2 on this team. I've got 1 on this one on that one. Blend them in together, and they think that to do that is, I don't want to say a crime against humanity, but it would be doing bringing dishonor to their club.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, then, like, if you take just the team that win the championship, then it's like, I don't know if you can call it the national team, like, it's supposed to be the best player, or not best player, but the player that you can choose, You are not talking about best player. You need, like, there is a lot of things that you have to manage to put together that everything will work out because it's like tournament, You lose one game and the year it's back,
Yeah. Now, so tell us a little bit about this, the Namibian team. You guys had to play them in the semifinals. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I actually coached in Namibia in 2012, where I had, I think, 5 of the players that were on that national team were on the team that I was coaching at some form. One was a 5-year-old. The other 3 for sure were, I think 7 and 8 at the time.
Nice.
So, I mean, for me to see them growing and blossoming, tell us a little bit about that game, because here's a team that took out France, who took out Sweden, and basically not necessarily obliterated, but they were there in every single game. And they were there in the game with you guys, and you guys finally scored a couple goals late in that second half. Tell us a little bit about that game, because that was a fun game for me to watch.
Oh, it was amazing. Just like watch all the story from Namibian team. How they go from Group B. Like thanks to the 1 goal front of Germany. And then playing France and beat them. Oh, it was something amazing. Like it was like. I don't know how to describe this. It was like they won the world championship in this time, but they won it for everybody,
Yeah.
I like wish them the best because everybody supported Namibia, like always like the people they don't like the French team, they will hate me for this, but everybody knows that,
Yeah.
So no, it was crazy. Like you can see like how they play. They play with their heart, you can see like every second that they are playing, like they are enjoying the time and they put everything what they have, Actually, I am playing with 2 Namibian guys when I play in Germany, the skater hockey.
Okay.
because two of them, they are living in Frankfurt, and we play together for Asenheim Patriots, the skater
Okay.
hockey. One is Armando, and the second is Sean. So
Okay.
I will say hi to the guys.
Yeah, hopefully they're watching.
I know them. So.
Yeah,
they are really good guys, like, and how they play the sport, like the passion they have there, like, I mean, like, I think the older guys from there was 23, like, it's like something. Our youngest guy, we had like, I think 3 or 4 guys under 30,
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2 generation almost,
Yeah,
so
no, that Namibian team is a very young team. Tio, the youngest player on the team, I don't even think he was 18. I think he was only 17, and he was the youngest in the tournament. And then you had Christian Cotis and his brother JW. At least that's what I called him back in the day. I mean, those two. And then you had Amandus Rochier. Yeah, I mean, that kid. I stayed with his parents for a weekend during a business tournament that they had. That was a lot of fun.
Actually, I'm playing with Amandos in Germany, the skater hockey, and I can see him like how he grew up game by game. It's amazing. Like his passion for the game, and his better game every game. So it's something incredible to watch it. Yeah.
And I was impressed with the level of play when I got there, and I knew that it was only going to get better. Hammond has left his mark there. Brian Sobel has left his mark there. All of the coaches that came over to instill and install their wisdom have done a phenomenal job. But then it also takes the kids willing to stick to it, willing to put in the work, willing to put in the effort, and they're doing a phenomenal job. And hands down.
Yeah, exactly. As you say, like they have an amazing job there, and I think like there was a lot of coaches from foreign countries like coming there and help them out, and now you can see like how the sport there grow up. I mean, this is amazing for Namibia, but in the same time, it's amazing for the roller hockey.
Yes.
Like now you have other 2 teams in the Pool A. Like you have the Namibia, you have Chinese Taipei. They are really good. They just like show up there with 14 guys playing just 6, like. So yeah, it's good. Like the level of the World Championship is getting higher, increase every year. So
yeah, and great. it's only going to get better and bigger. I hear at the next set of games that are coming up, not at the World Skate, but the following, Israel is going to have a team. I'm going to be talking to the director for Team Israel here in the next few weeks, just because I've had him on I've had him on the pod. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And then of course you have Switzerland up and coming team, Germany. Again, you mentioned Germany; they missed out on 1 goal. Namibia had to score 18 goals. And they won their game 19-1 in order to knock Germany out. And I think had they not knocked Germany out, Germany would have had a nice run. I don't know if they would have
like when you are saying like teams like Germany, Switzerland, they are like the same like us. Like they need the hockey players. So when the tournament is now, like they cannot take the best roster they can have. Like. I know that in Germany they are like good players, really good players, like, but they cannot go when they are playing ice, so that's the problem.
Yeah, and they have a really good professional inline hockey league over there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now, do you prefer inline hockey or do you prefer ice hockey? I know you're doing the balancing act of both, but which style of hockey do you prefer?
It's hard to say. I can't imagine to play one without the second one, because like for me, like I was playing 2 years just inline hockey, and I miss the ice hockey so much because there is something that I love since I was a child, like. So there is like longest relationship with ice hockey, but I'm super happy that I can play both in the same time. I mean, like the best mix of those two sports. It's the professional tournament in the US, like the Narch and State Wars, how they play there, the guys, like this is crazy. This is like ice hockey on the wheels, It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's only getting bigger and it's only getting better. I for one am looking forward to it. Well, man, I'm not going to keep you much longer. I've got to get ready to go pick up the boy at school, and you've got to get some rest after you had practice. But Jacob, thank you so much for taking the time to jump on the pod. We'll have you back on for sure with a little bit longer time, and we can actually talk about a lot more things. I appreciate you.
All right, man. Thank you for having me. It was an honor for me to be the first European guest in your podcast, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to having you back on. I want to know, more about the Czech Republic style of hockey, growing up and versus the American style. There's just so much more we can talk about, but we're just running out of time.
Yeah, sure. Looking forward to talk about it, man.
All right, brother. Well, you have a good night, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Cheers. That's going to do it for this episode of GCH Podcast. I'm your host, Ben W. Stock, alongside Chris Greco. Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure you like and subscribe on all our platforms on YouTube and on Spotify. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Cheers.